Hey everybody, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about The Oval Season 3, Episode 8, One Rule. And we know that one rule that was Priscilla. She said she only had one rule for Sam. That was it. But anyway, before we get started, I'd like to shout out all of you in my comment section who've been holding my channel down. And those of you who have subscribed to my channel, you guys are the best ever. And if you have not subscribed to my channel as of yet, please take a moment right now. I'm asking you to please take this moment and hit that red subscribe button and subscribe right now. And once you've hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell if you want to be notified every time Barbie J uploads a new video. Also, once you have subscribed, please do me a favor and give me the thumbs up, uh, write a comment, let me know how you felt about, and the rest of everybody, how you felt about the show. And then share it if you want to. Share it with somebody who you think might enjoy it. Okay? So, this episode, yeah, it was so-so. It was an okay episode. Might have been a filler episode, probably. It's late at night. I'm real tired, so forgive me if I forget anything. Because although I have a lot of notes, I'm probably going to cut stuff out. Because I don't know why it takes me so long to write down a couple of notes. Because I'm always trying to give y'all all the details. That's the damn problem. Anyway, so it starts off with Hunter. He has Sharon, and also happy holidays to everybody. I don't want to forget to say that. The holidays are coming, and Hanukkah is here, and Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving is past. So, season's greetings to everybody. Okay. Now, so Hunter has Sharon in the Oval Office, and he's trying to give her a drink and she don't want it. She just want to go home. And he's like, I really like you. She's like, you don't even freaking know me. He said, well, I know that you're extremely beautiful. She's like, well, thank you. But she didn't really give a damn what he was saying. And she was like, look, just because you're the president doesn't mean you can do this to people. And he said, well, sure, it kind of does. And she's like, mother bleep in her head. I could see it. I could read her brain. She's like, this is really creepy and it's wrong on so many levels. And he's like, if you were nicer to me, you will see that it could be very advantageous or beneficial to you or something, he said, for you. And she's like, whatever. So he tosses the envelope over to her and said, open it. And she opens it, and inside was some car keys, he said, and apartment keys, and both are in her name, and also an investment account. It's in there with $100,000, and every month he's going to give her a stock tip, and she should invest that money in the stock that he gives her. And he's going to tell her that she can make anywhere from 500,000 to 800,000, or maybe even 1 million, depending if she invested correctly, if she invested right or whatever. And in return, he gets to see her whenever he wants, hang out with her, drink, get high, do drugs, and some other stuff. I said, the hell is wrong with him? That is just sick to do that. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And he said, we'll have a good time. And she was like, are you for real? And he said, we're going to be very discreet. Only you, me, and Kyle will know about it. Super discreet, really. And she said, you, what? Oh my God. She said, you think I'm a freaking whore? He said, oh no, I know you're not a whore. Because if you were a whore, I'd give you maybe $500, send you on your damn way. And she said, let me tell you something, mother swinger. I value my life and my body, and you can't be kidnapping me to have your way with me and stuff. I am not that girl. I don't know who the bleep you think I am. Now take me to home right now. Now, God damn it. She was really pissed, and I don't blame her. He is like, don't you want to think about it? She said, there ain't nothing to think about. He said, you really gonna pass this up? She's like, oh my God, do you not listen to you? Are you not hearing me? Hello? Is there anything upstairs in that damn empty white head of yours? He's like, she's like, yeah. And he's like, I've seen your student debts and stuff, your student loans. You have so much debt. And she's like, he's really not hearing me. I guess there's no talking to you. He said, we are talking. She was like, look, I see what's going on here. This is crazy. And she said, you know what? I forgot. He said something. All I know is she told him he was disgusting. She's like, you're disgusting. And he told her, he was like, I told you when you mean to me and stuff, it kind of turns me on. It turns me on a lot. And I thought that's when she said he was disgusting. Anyway, she's like, she threatened to go to the press and stuff. And he said, no, they won't believe you. You know, all I have to do is say you're lying and stuff. And then you end up getting, she's like, well, what about the phone calls? You know, oh, those numbers are not traceable, honey. You know what? And she let him know she didn't fall for the BS in the hallway. Yes, she kind of did, because she was going, see, I told you he kidnapped me. But she realized, and now that all this stuff is in her name, you had him bring me here, you know, forcing me to come against my will and everything. And he's like he almost don't even care. Hunter is a sick son of a bum. But he said, fine, whatever. Just don't tell the butler and Sam. Why would you bring her there knowing that Sam is damn near her god? The butler is damn near her father-in-law, and Sam is like her godfather. It's like, why would you do that? That's what I'm saying. He has no respect, no sense of anything. He think I'm the president and could do whatever I want. That's why you got to be worried about people wanting to kill you, because you're a dumbass. That's what he is. Oh my God. But he's like, you don't tell them or things will go horribly wrong for you, you know, and you're going to get arrested for being on the White House grounds and all of this stuff. And he said he was going to do all this stuff to her. And she got up in his face and said, F you, and gave him the finger. And she left out of the Oval Office and walked away. And he called Kyle to go and get her and told him to take her home safely and watch out for her, because she feisty. Ooh, you know, like that turns me on. And Kyle's like, you got to let me take you home. No, I don't trust you. I don't want you taking me nowhere. She's like, I'll go to the gate. So he walked her to the gate to get to he didn't even go with her to the gate. He told her where the gate was. She didn't want him nowhere near her. And all of a sudden, the phone call, they show Kareem in the pharmacy, seeing it's a mess. He's panic stricken. He's worried about her. He calls 911 from his phone, and Kyle's phone ring. How the hell? Kyle have it set up that if anybody calls from inside that pharmacy, it goes to his phone or something? That was some creepy stuff. And Kyle says, 911 operator. Yes, there's bullet casings, shell casings, and da-da-da, and one of my employees is missing. He said, please hold on for Sharon. What? And he gave the phone. Sharon's like, who is it? What do you want? And he put her on the phone. And he told her, you better tell him that there's nothing wrong and that you're okay, and you'll talk to him later. I was like, damn, what kind of technology Kyle got? But y'all know Kareem had to be difficult. She's like, I'll tell you later. I'll explain later. He's like, no, I want to know now. Where are you? What is going on? How does 911 know that I was calling for you and stuff? Kyle told her she better not say nothing. So Kyle shows her the way to the gate, and he gives her her phone back. Her phone. She said, you had my phone all this time? Yes, and I'll be monitoring it and stuff. And even if you get another one, I'll get another number. I'll be able to monitor that one too. I said, damn. Anyway, on to Sam. Why Sam following, hovering around the first lady? It just looks sickening. I don't know what to say. Sickening is the best thing I could think of. He following behind her, and he's like, where are you going, ma'am? Ma'am. Man, he was getting on my damn nerve. She was like, well, don't be hovering so close. Why you got to be so close? I said, see, she got that D, and now she don't even care about you, Sam. You gave it up, and gave up your marriage, and you gave up the D. And now she don't give a D about you. So she said, I'm going to the employee parking lot. That's what I'm doing. Please, give me a break. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. She's like, is it okay if I could go to see Alan? I'm just going to see Alan. So she's ignored with Sam following her. And when she told him not too close, I was dying. It's almost like he had bad breath. Not too close now. He's like, ma'am. So Sam asked Grip what's going on. When they get to the car, Grip gets out and the first lady gets in there. And he said, what's going on? He asks him. And he said, well, she asked me to talk to him. And, well, go meet me in the break room, he told him. So Victoria's in a car talking to Alan, and she gets out of it, and Sam gets the door. And never looking in the car. You never see Sam look in the car at Alan. And he's like, I just don't understand it myself. So she said she'll be taking a hot bath tonight. And she said, I'll be touching myself and thinking about you. You know, you want to watch? He said, no, ma'am. Yes, you do. You lie. You lie. You know you want to watch me. I said, see how she got him by the balls right now? It's sickening. It's really sickening. And basically, Victoria's still insisting that Alan does something. She told him to put a bullet through her head and stuff. She's telling him to kill him, kill Ellie and everything. And it just didn't even stop. It was just it was unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Anyway, Nancy invited Priscilla over to give her the money back, you know, she borrowed for Pinky's funeral. She said, Richard gave me the money, so here's it back, thank you. And she said, yeah, I saw Richard, and he said, y'all made up. That's really nice. But what about, she's like, but what about you and Sam? You know, no, we're over. That's it. She's sure? Come on. Priscilla, are you sure? I hope so. That man loves you. You know, you need to. She's like, look, I only got one rule, and that was don't cheat on me. And Sam did that. That was one rule. And I ain't mad at her. I don't blame her. That's the one thing I asked you not to do. You going to do it? Come on, you lie and everything else, but you cheated on me. So Nancy's like, she's kind of worried about Priscilla. And Priscilla said, well, I'm glad because I'm worried about myself too, and asked for her to just pray for her. I said, I know that's right. Pray for me, honey. Then they show Barry. He's telling his mom that he took that girl to the bus stop. She asked him, did you take that girl home? He said, no, I took her to the damn bus stop. And she said, boy, what is wrong with that? Who does that? And then she's like, who was that girl? Some random chick. Boy, she's like, something is wrong with you. She's like, wait till your daddy get home. And Richard walked in right at that time saying, what's going on? And she tells what it is, what happened, and left out and said, y'all need to talk. So he told his father he didn't really want to talk about it, but he's like, you know how your mother feel about that stuff. And he was like, what's the big deal? She let Ruth and Sharon stay. He said, yes, son, but y'all were in a relationship. That's because y'all was in a relationship. You know how your mother feel about having random people come through her damn house. They're on the same floor. That's what I was trying to tell somebody. Yeah, he might treat him like he's a kid or something like that. Or maybe but if he's a man, he would respect his parents' rules in their house. And like she said, go to somebody else's house. Yes, she let those other women in there because he was in a relationship with them. He had a child with one and in a long-term relationship with the other. It makes a difference. He want to be a man, he should have his own damn place then. But you know what the problem is? None of us have seen Barry with a damn job yet. So Richard and them are talking, and he's like, Richard asked them, did you meet her on one of them hookup sites? And he's like, Dad, what you know about that? He said, I might be old, but I ain't dumb. He said, I'm still a man. I know what it is. And they start laughing and chuckling about it. He said, look, don't let it happen again. And they laughed, you know. It was funny. I guess knowing your father knows some stuff is kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. Okay, what else happened? Sam asked that agent Griplet what happened in the car. And he took him inside, you know, was asking him what happened in the car with Alan. Looked like you punched him or something like that. No, I didn't. He's like, no, you did something to him. So he makes up this story and tells Sam he doesn't, and Sam doesn't believe it. Sam is like, you full of shit. He said, and stop BSing me right now. And he's like, if I find out, I'm telling you, you won't. And Sam gonna find out at some point. Then we see Donald watching the surveillance on his laptop, and he sees Bobby in the monitor, on the screen, in the White House, walking the halls. And he calls Kyle right away. Kyle, get in my office right now, right now. How come Kyle always only 5 seconds away? 5 seconds later, Kyle come in. Damn, was he just standing in the hallway? It's like, why don't y'all make it like he has to get there and like give us at least 30 seconds? Damn, 5 seconds he in the door. And they're like, why didn't, Kyle was like, why didn't facial recognition alert us like it should? And Donald's like, I don't know. You think I know what that stuff is? I don't know what that is. And he wants Kyle to find Bobby. He's like, get out now. He's pushing him out the door and everything. And Kyle tells Donald, first before we go, you have a problem at home. You need to take care. What? Look, I'll worry about my problem at home. Don't you worry. Kyle is laughing about it because he kept telling Donald about that. But y'all see the coming to trash for next week. The scenes for next week, they got her up in the attic. They got Lily up in the attic, and that looks like Kyle standing with Donald. So I don't know what they're gonna do to her. But he said you're gonna start talking right now. I said, damn, it's on for you now, Lily. Sharon arrives to the pharmacy. She gets there and tells Kareem that she can't tell him where she was or what happened. And she made up a story about someone trying to rob the store and she shot them and missed and was with the police, explaining. She told everything. And he said, nothing's on the tape. Periods of time are missing. She's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how that happened. So, she's just begging him, please drop it. Just drop it and leave it alone. But he won't. He needs to. So she said, you know what? I need to think. I need to think. And he's like, well, let's go home. Dale is there. No, I don't want to go home. No. She said, not to your house, but she said, I got to go to Barry's. And he's like, what the freak bleep Barry's? So she was like, he did ask her that had somebody threatened her or anything. And she was like, no. And so she asked for her car keys because he's like, I'll drive you. She's like, no, I'll have my sister's car and I'll drive, But why he got her keys? But it was driving him. It was driving him crazy that he's not knowing what happened. Oh, she's telling him that he don't need to know what happened for his own good. And that bothers him. Then they show Bobby and Max finally. They in that room in the fight. And Bobby's trying to tell him, you need to have something ready to say when whoever comes in that door because they thinking this is it. They're going to die in there. And it's the vice president. He comes in and he told them that Diane Wilmot came to see him before her death. And Max goes, her murder. He said, yes, her murder. And he said he knows all about them. And he tells them what he knows so far, including that the president's first lady and her father corrupt. And that the maid was killed in there and whatever other stuff he knows. So the VP wants them to testify before Congress to get the president removed. And they're like, what's that going to do if he has the House and the Senate? And they're like, please know that there's a small group of us in the White House, or I think he said a group of people who are trying to get Hunter out of office to protect the nation. They say he's a danger to the country. And then asked them to think about his offer, but he was going to let them leave. And he said he will. They said, well, what is that going to do for us? I mean, how's that going to help us? He said he would give them a position in his office, in his cabinet, when he gets in, whatever. He said he'll give them positions in his cabinet. And if they help him take down what they're doing is helping him take down a bad person. Don't think of him as the president. Think of him as a bad person because that's what he is. And before they leave, he told them not to be in that abandoned house anymore. I think that's where Max kept hanging out. And Bobby's like, see, I told you about that. I told you about that place. It ain't no good. And then he said, also stay out of that the chief of staff's attic. And I was cracking up. Max is like, see, I told you, look. I was laughing. I was like, this is so crazy, these two. So the VP he's got them to follow these two agents to leave out. He's letting them leave. In the meantime, Kyle goes and sends 3 agents out inside of the White House to look for Bobby. And he tells them not to tell Sam or any other agents. How does Kyle have this power to get them to leave? They abandoned all the monitors. That didn't even make any sense. Don't you think Sam will come back and nobody's at the damn monitors? Anyway, Alonzo's being relieved by Agent Gribbets. And he warns him about Jason because he says, Gribbets asks, is there anything else he should know? And so he's warning him about the stuff that Jason does or has done to him, like trying to pee on him and stuff. And he said Victoria's gangster. And Gribbets said, I like that about her. And he said, oh, you know her? He said, yeah, for a while now. Oh, he smiled at Lonzo like, oh, it's like that. He said, nah, no, work-wise, anything else I should know? Be direct with him and don't slip up at all. He's giving him all his information. So the guy goes into the room and Jason wakes up and he starts messing with the new guy right away. I'm talking about, do you have a gun and all this stuff? He said, I bet you I could take the gun from you. And he said, I don't think so. And he said, I could make you give it up to me. And he said, I doubt it, sir. And he's like, how big is your ding dong? He asked him. And he's like, is it small? He said, sir, you could say anything. It's not going to get me to do anything. You could say any disgusting or whatever thing. So he said, it's probably small like my dad's, it's like really tiny, tiny. And he told Jason he needs to just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. He said, oh, no, am I bothering you? Like Jason didn't even care. He said, sir, would you like me to put you to sleep? I can put you to sleep. He said, and not talking in 4 seconds. He was like, what? Jason got real scared and said, I was laughing. I was like, I could put you to sleep and not talking in 4 seconds flat. Jason was like, don't you touch me. You better not dare touch me. Jason got scared. He a little punk ass. Just like Alan said, he ran to his mother like a little pussy and started crying. That guy was like, what did his mother do? She told me to hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. So Alan and Ellie, they at the apartment talking and stuff. And no, I'm sorry. Was Alan? And he's thinking about, yeah, he told her he's not leaving. And he's all bandaged up and he's sitting on the bed and she doesn't even care enough to ask him what happened. He's like, you're not even going to ask what happened? You know what? She's just like, what are you doing here? Why my house look like this? I've been out all night and you leave my house like this. You're not going to leave, but you're going to break up my shit. And she's just going on and on. Instead of saying what happened, that man came in there and saved you from getting killed by Jason, stupid. I don't get her. And then it goes to Bobby. He's telling Lily, he's on the phone talking to, oh, are you okay? I was so worried. And stuff, when are you coming back? Are you coming back? He's like, I'll be fine. I'm okay and all this stuff. So I know he's not going back there. But Bobby, once he tells her that, he tells her, get off the phone because he's coming now. What? How do you know? Why do you know that? Don't you know the technology he has now, Lily? Stop acting stupid. If he said, get off the phone, hurry up, get off the damn phone. She's like, but wait, what? And then you hear the door click, click. I said, see, Donald's coming through the damn door. And she up there asked him, how does he know that? I was like, ugh. Anyway, so Donald asks her some questions about her day and stuff and the first lady and did she like the dresses and why does she need them? And she's like, she has a meeting with the second lady. Oh, I didn't know that was even on the calendar. She said, well, apparently it is. They doing all this bullshit small talk. And he was like, he got to the point. Why is your boyfriend in the White House today? Huh? Excuse me, why was Bobby in the White House today? She's like, why was your boyfriend in the White House today? She gonna turn it on, talk about Kyle and stuff. I was like, oh my God. He said, that's okay. We gonna find him. We're turning that building upside down right now as we speak. And we're gonna find him and all this stuff. And I don't know what happened with them. I get turned off when they start talking. But she kissed him goodnight. She's like, look, I'm tired. Warren, you're sitting up there with your legs crossed with your cell phone at the door. As soon as he come in, now you tired? Your ass should have been up in the bed all this time. What are you waiting for him for? Why are you downstairs at all? So anyway, but that's how it ended. I don't know how. Like I said, this must have been a filler episode of some sort. I didn't. It was okay. It wasn't all that, but it was okay, I guess. Maybe it wasn't even okay. I don't know how I feel. But y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comment section. And those of you who, have not subscribed, please subscribe. This your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.